Hello viewers, welcome to Raising the Bar Show. I'm your host Bola Erunen. As you all know, I always start by introducing the show. Raising the Bar Show is a motivational talk show geared to inspiring people going through different challenges in life. And also, it is a platform where we discuss sensitive and controversial issues to raise awareness. For my last video that was posted on Mother's Day, I just want to thank my viewers, the comments, the feedbacks, the view. Just want you to know that without you, Raising the Bar will not be. I want to thank you for the feedbacks. I really appreciate them. And be rest assured that most of your feedbacks are being put in place to make the show a better one. And also, for those of you that send me topics that you want us to discuss, don't worry, the topics are all going to be discussed one at a time. All right, viewers, let's raise the bar. Welcome to the show.
And promises, how to be brave, how can I love when I'm afraid to fall, but watching you stand alone, all of my doubt suddenly goes.
So viewers, I have here with me my guest as well, Mr. Abraham and his beautiful wife. Mama T, you look beautiful and yummy as usual. And I have here with me my co-host, which is my partner in crime, my husband. So, and my humble self. For today's topic, we're going to talk about a father who discovered, after years of loving a child, raising a child, and you discover that the child is not your biological child. Viewers, listen as my guests. They have their different opinion. What they will do. And the floor goes to Mr. Erunen himself.
Thank you so much. This is a very sensitive matter. Going by my personal opinion, if I have a child, let me call it now, maybe a son or a daughter, and I've loved that child for the years. I give all the instructions, all the care, all the...
Give him or her, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. Girl or boy, you know. And after several years, you said 8 years, right?
It doesn't matter the years. After several
years,
you discover, let's just say after 15 years, after 10 years.
Yeah, maybe we do it.
28 years.
We not do it DNA, right? And I discover that, that said child is no longer mine. And difficult. So going by my personal opinion, I think I will turn a 360 degree.
Wow, that's...
Yeah. I would just turn the 360 degree and move on. It's difficult. I know people will comment and, all sorts of things, but this is my personal opinion.
I don't blame you, though.
Yeah, because, I'll give my reasons, maybe just one or two reasons. Firstly, I think I'll be heartbroken. That's the first reason. I'll be devastated. Then the main reason why I would give a 360, I cannot stand that child. Because you know what? That child is a product of infidelity.
A deceit. It's a lie.
Wow, but so, remember, this is a human being that has grown to love you, call you dad, call you father.
That's the more reason why we do 360. Because moving on from the moment I discovered that that child is not mine, then the heart, my mind, those things were not actually me. I wasn't the one responsible for that child. Yes, I wasn't actually the person that brought that child to earth. It's a hard decision, but this is my decision.
I don't blame Mr. Iwone because I won't necessarily know what I would do, but I don't blame him when he said that he's going to do a 360 degrees turnaround because if he takes that child and shows that child love and it will be as if the woman did it and she's happy now the man has loved the child regardless. Why would a woman even give another man's child to the husband?
No, but things do happen. Life happens.
Yeah, but if it's a mistake for the first one, if you know that the child is a mistake, it's not your husband's child, call your husband and let him know. Don't allow the man to emotionally invest in a child that you yourself as a woman know fully well is not his own.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's human. Like if you for instance, from a man, that child, I will do it. Like I said, I don't know. I will do a 360 degrees because you know what? It's your child. You know the father of the child. But I will feel bad for that child because I've stayed with that child. For instance, if that child is like 12, 15 or whatever age that child has become, I know that I have it born. I will tell the child, listen, if you need help, anything, I will do it for you. But at this time, I want to be left alone.
Wow, that's whoa.
Or it's your mother.
Yeah. So I will take a different course. I have one principle, and the principle is that, and I did say this, the love, we have different kinds of love.
Exactly.
So the love for children, the love for a child that I believe a parent should have should be independent of your spouse.
Thank you.
So this is a child that all these years I have raised and I have built a relationship with. Now this is the way I'm going to look at it. One thing I try to do is to put things in boxes. The first thing is, this is an innocent child who came into this world not of his or her own accord. He or she did not decide that he wanted to come to the world. Okay? Depending on what we believe in and all that, for me as a Christian and as a child of God, God blessed you with a child, and God said, you know what? This particular being that I'm going to create is going to come through you. But you took up the responsibility of parenting this child innocently. Okay? And over time, you built a relationship. This falsehood is not of the child's making.
Sure.
For me, the issue really is between you and your spouse. The issue is not between you and this child. So this is what I'm going to do. The me of today. 10 years ago, I would have acted differently. Okay? The me of today will do this. I will try to put the situations in boxes. Number one, I will have a conversation with that child. This is what has come to the fore now. Okay? My relationship with you will always be and will forever be that of a father and a daughter, or a father and a son. A relationship is a two-way thing. I've been your father. Maybe you are now 25 years old or even 30 years old, and then we discovered this. But I'm the one you have known as a father. Okay? Now we've discovered this, that it was based on falsehood. How do you see me going forward? It's going to affect the way I will relate with you. Okay? So for me, really, I will never stop fathering that child.
In the case of this child, a minor.
If the child is a minor, okay, frankly, irrespective of the age, I will never stop fathering that child.
So will you the woman with the children?
That doesn't mean you have 4 kids. The third child, second child is not yours.
Yes.
So, and it's a minor.
Yes.
Okay, what will you do?
When I say I won't stop fathering that child, I will also remember that I have limitations. Because I am not the biological father of the child. Okay? There's a limit to the decisions that I can make concerning that child in this situation. So, I will have, between me and my spouse, okay? Between me and my spouse, to be frank with you, that relationship will not be able to continue. But I will also encourage that child to trace.
You cannot
His or her-
encourage a 2 years old or a 3 years
No,
old.
no, no, no.
You
When I, no,
cannot.
no. Hold on, please hold on. When I mean encourage, okay, the child is a minor.
2 years old.
If the marriage does not work, the mother will likely go with that
He's
child.
gone already now.
Okay,
So the mother is going to live with the child. Okay, but if I have responsibility, that's why I'm saying that every opportunity I have to father that child,
You will.
I'm not going to relinquish it because I'm not going to. You don't father a child only, okay, by being in the same building with that child.
True.
Even if my marriage ends with the mother moves on. The mother takes the child away. Okay? And let's say the child is graduating from middle school tomorrow. If I'm told, I'm going to be there.
Okay, there's a story that's going on. I don't want to mention names, right? This guy is a very well-known person worldwide, right? He actually lives abroad, and the wife lives back home in Africa. Now he wants to move his children, 3 of them, back to Europe where he lives. Now, of course, the normal.
Yeah, you have to do all that.
The DNA, and when the DNA was observed on the 2 children, he discovered that none were his children. All his life, he's been fathering those kids. Just recently, he wants to now move the kids and the wife to meet him where he's now residing. That is why none of the 3 children are his. If you're in that situation, Mr. Abraham, will you take those children and father them?
That's even a very easy way.
Yeah, because
Number
the system
one,
will never let you
okay,
do
the
that.
system won't even let you bring them. See, you've moved to another country. The reason they are asking for a DNA test
It's just a thing.
is most likely because you did not put the name of those children in your form in the first place.
Some countries do require DNA.
If you put the name of those children in your form, from what I know about immigrations, at the time of your of the legalization of your residency in that country, at least if I know of Canada, okay, if you put the name of that child in there as your child, you will be able to bring that person in as your child.
Sometimes your it's lock.
Okay.
Sometimes they still require.
Okay, fine.
Lucky they will not require.
Fine. Okay, that's all right. So I
Regardless
put the name
of whether you put it.
That's fine. So I put the name of those children, and then a DNA test was now done. Okay. Usually, remember, the DNA test will be done in a place that is not controlled by you nor the mother of those children. Okay. So the result is also going to be made available to the immigration authority. Okay. So the immigration will now ask you, because you will then have to. No. You will still, because their names are already there. Okay. The fact that the DNA did not match does not automatically mean that those children, there's no law anywhere in the world that will automatically say you can't bring those
They
children.
won't allow
They
you.
won't allow you.
No.
They're not your
You
blood.
are saying you're gonna adopt them now.
That's what I'm saying.
Unless you had the adoption
That's what I'm
papers.
saying. There's no law that says you can't bring them.
Okay, so will you go back and adopt
That's
them?
adoption.
Yeah.
You not go back and adopt those children.
Will the mother be willing to let me adopt?
So will you, if she
If they're
agrees,
not yours, 3 children, your father over the years.
and the woman,
Yes.
the woman said you
Your
can
whole
adopt
life,
them.
all your life, you father those children for like, let me say, example, 15 years, and suddenly you realize that none of them are yours.
Yes.
So will you not go and fight for adoption? If the mother agrees?
Of course I can adopt any child.
God.
If the mother agrees.
You're saying that if the woman has 3 children and you want to bring them to Europe, where, like for instance, this case now, the man wants to bring the children and the wife to Europe,
and live with him.
the man now found out that the 3 children are not his. And because you've been fathering these children, so you're first of all, I want to know, are you going to still be with the woman?
No.
Okay,
of
good.
course. That relationship
Okay, that's
can't
fine.
hold.
Okay, so if the relationship cannot hold, why would you want to take children and are not yours if she agrees that you should adopt them?
But he said that these are
No, would you now say that you cannot you want to take a mother, a woman that is your wife before, and she has she has 3 children supposedly that she lied to you that are yours, that are not yours, and you have found out now
From 3 different men.
from and now you have found out. Are you now saying that because the woman lied to you, you leave the woman,
I don't think the
and
children.
now say that the woman should release the children to you to adopt them? I find that hard to believe that the woman did not know, because if the woman is married and she has 2 children or 3 or 4 children, and they find out along the line that one of the child, she cheated. Did she tell her husband?
Yeah, true.
That's what I'm saying. So she knows. So she cheated. She didn't tell her husband. So that would be very painful for the man to even know. Because if the man, that my husband is saying it now, that, oh, I will take the child, and it's true. But if the man has known when the baby was in a pregnancy state, and forgiving his wife because she's nice,
She made a mistake.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah.
and I'll tell you, I watched a show one day, it's a Christian show on TV. I was shocked at what I heard. I've been watching this show for years. It's in the 700 Club show. It's there. Anybody can watch it. So it's not like it's a secret now. I watched this show, and it was about a pastor and his wife. They were married. They had 2 kids. And along the line, the man was not kind of paying attention. Something led to another. And she went and started seeing another man and had a child. And this husband was nurturing the pregnancy. But because she was a Christian, a pastor's wife, this is real now. She couldn't handle it.
So she had to tell
She called her husband, and I respect her so much. In fact, I watched that show, I was just bawling. I was crying. Like, the courage. It takes courage for a woman to do that. And that's what I say. If I hear that, that would make me say, you know what? I know it's hard for me. I won't want to raise another man's child, but you know what? I'll take that child. Because the woman came up with the courage, and it's a woman I love.
But not everybody have the courage that woman has.
No.
You said that all the children, like what beside when I said, all the children of a person that is in Europe and all that, all the children. So she knew. Do you understand? So she was cheating. So she knew.
You see, first and foremost, right? If a woman comes to me after having 3 children for me, and the fourth or one of the children, right? And now she's not trying to, tell me that she cheated along the line for one with child. Number one, you have to do DNA on those children.
Good.
All of them.
Yes.
Number one. The second is, this is the most important thing. I'll think of the cultural background, the traditional application, even the emotional application. Me personally, I cannot shake on this topic.
Okay, but what if this woman is a very good woman?
If the woman loves me, she will not want.
Let it finish now. Mistakes.
Good woman. Mistake how?
Wait
Mistake
now.
how? Okay. We are in law.
Mr.
Go
Ewone,
back and cheat.
sometimes when a man, Mr. Ewone, sometimes,
I love this.
No!
You cannot let me finish.
Okay, no, Mama T, let me let you talk. Because I'm just
it takes a lot for a woman that is married.
good woman
A good woman.
to go back and cheat.
Yes, it takes a lot.
That means the man has failed her in one way or the other throughout, maybe in that period of time. And that's what drives a woman outside. The man has failed her in terms of maybe you are having an affair and you are not paying attention to her, you don't sleep with her, you don't pay attention, and it's been going on. Maybe then another person, maybe a closer friend of yours, because that's what exactly that's she confides that person, and that because women, let me tell you, they take from the outside. They believe in external factors. If I'm angry now, we call Bola. Bola, I'm angry with bros. I'm angry with my husband. This is what he has done. We take advice. We tend to get. You guys don't. You go to the bar, your football and your whatever. We're listening to one.
We keep trying to figure
topic.
out things.
You keep your that's the way your brain works. So you are not paying attention to the issue. There's a woman in the house that needs you now. She wants to hold you. She wants you to make love to her. You're not paying attention. And then she gets to meet a man who is now doing that with her. Trust me, that woman will cheat on you.